morning BookTube, welcome to my channel. My name's Nadine. I always forget to tell everybody and that's been picked up on, so my name is Nadine. I thought this morning I would just share with you some of my recent pickups. I do have a few videos that I want to make this week. I've been tagged in a few things, which is very nice of you, thank you very much guys. But I'm going to have a little think on those. Hopefully I will do another video later. But I'm having my second COVID vaccine in about an hour, and I was a little bit ill after the first one, and I've been told to expect to not feel too great tonight, so if I'm feeling okay I'll do another video. But anyways, let's get into the things that I've picked up recently. So the first book that I want to show you is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is book one of her Farseer trilogy, and it'll be the first book by Robin Hobb that I've read, so I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard so many people raving about these books, so I'm really excited to see what all the fuss is about. Then I picked up The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. Again, this is one that I've seen talked about a lot. I think it's set in Africa, and it's like a family saga kind of deal, following this missionary family, I think. It was like a book swap thing, so I haven't paid anything for it, but I recognised the title, so I thought I would give it a go. And then I picked up Before You Sleep by Lynn Ullman. Lynn Ullman is a Norwegian writer. I've never read any of her books, but it sounds really interesting, and this follows the women in this family. And it's got lots of nice things being said about her writing. So like here, the Glasgow Herald, a seriously well-written meditation on seduction, family and the need to find a home. It ranges in style from carnivalesque debauchery to stone-cold, limpid realism, all apparently glittering with an insouciant application of fantasy. I mean, doesn't that just sound fantastic? So I'll give that one a whirl. Next, I picked up Njál's Saga. This is for the, is it called the Sagalong or Sagathon, something like that. I will link it down below the announcement videos, but I'm going to be reading this over April, and this is an Icelandic saga written in the 13th century, but all to do with historical events that happened like about 300 years prior, and some kind of blood feud and all sorts of goings on. I'm looking forward to it. Stephen King, can't go wrong with a bit of Stephen King. The Institute. This follows a group of children in an institute. They all have like powers like telekinesis and telepathy, that kind of thing. Next, I got Far From the Madden Crowd by Thomas Hardy. I bought this for Mother's Day. So this is now the second book I've got in my lovely little cloth bound collection. Now I can call it a collection because there's two books. I don't know a huge amount about this. I have read Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy before, and at the time I didn't like it that much, but it was one that I'm thinking about revisiting anyway, because I don't know if the problem was me at that point. So this follows a girl called Bathsheba Everdeen. That's not a name you can forget, is it? And she takes over, I think, a farm in this fictional county of Wessex, and attracts the attentions of three very different suitors. So it's all going to be about kind of rural life and, you know, romantic entanglements. But yeah, very pretty cover. I'm liking all the bees, and I'm looking forward to that one. Book 6 of The Walking Dead. Can't go wrong with a bit of Walking Dead. And I know lots of people abandoned the show as well, but honestly for me, as long as they keep making them, I'll keep watching them. Another Stephen King, Later. This is about another psychic boy I think it is a young boy as well, and he gets called on by an NYPD detective to help him with a case for like a really bad serial killer. That's all I know, but it's Stephen King, so it's going to be bought, isn't it? And then I got the Mitfords, Letters Between Six Sisters. I read last year Pursuit of Love by Nancy Mitford, which I really enjoyed. And then I read a biography called Take Six Sisters by, I think her name was Laura Thompson, or is Laura Thompson, which was really interesting as well. They're a fascinating group of women, you know, sort of old school British landed gentry type people with, you know, you've got like Nazi sympathisers and imprisonments and political husbands and all sorts going on, and very, very witty. So I'm looking forward to, you know, reading their own words. And then I got The Bridges of Madison County. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things, by Robert James Waller. It's a short read, which is one of the reasons I picked it up, because I think it's a romance, and I don't generally go for romance novels, but I've heard a lot about this. I know it was made into a film a long time ago, and sometimes I do feel like I should pick up things outside of my usual kind of genres, and that tends to be things like romance. But then I'll often pick up a chick lit, and then I remember why I don't read them. So I thought I would go for something like this instead. And then No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. This is about a guy who finds, I think it's like a drug deal gone wrong. He finds like dead bodies, tons of heroin and lots of cash. And he decides, rather than backing away and leaving it to the authorities, to take the cash and do a runner. And I think it's all about how that kind of catches up with him. Next, I've got Terry Pratchett, Pyramids. This is the 7th Discworld novel. I'm trying to recollect all of my Terry Pratchetts. I used to have all of them, so I'm trying to pick them up whenever I do see them around and about. I love Terry Pratchett books. They're always so funny, and you know, I started reading his books when I was probably about 11. I started reading Discworld, and it was just such a wonderful place to escape to. So yeah, fantastic. And finally, Tom Hanks, Uncommon Type, Some Stories. This is a collection of short stories. They're supposed to be very heartwarming. People seem to have liked them. I'm not a big short story reader, but again, that's something that I'm wanting to address and sort of look into a little bit more. And I think with these as well, I think there's the theme of a typewriter running through all the stories. I thought I'd give it a whirl. Who knows, I might love it. So that is everything. I ran through those pretty quick. That's quite good for me. I normally ramble. Anyway, hopefully I will speak to you all again later on today. But if not, have a wonderful day, and I will certainly be chatting with you soon. Bye!